Hi everybody, this is Natalie and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm going to do my very first WIP and chat. I'm really excited to do this. I've been looking forward to doing it for a while. And so here we are, we're going to sit down and do it together. So grab yourself a diamond painting, a craft, any type of beverage, sit back and relax, and let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to say I'm so glad it's Friday. I am totally exhausted. It has been such a long week. It never fails, no matter what holiday is being celebrated, the airline industry goes to chaos. It's either because there's not enough flights and people can't get home to their loved ones, or there's bad weather, so flights are delayed or canceled, and there's always so much drama before a holiday. It's so exhausting. So I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm off for the weekend, and I am looking forward to working on my diamond painting. I haven't done it all week, so I want to get started on that, and I thought what better way than to chat with you and work on it. So what I'm going to do for today's WIP and chat is I'm going to do a Mother's Day theme. I asked my oldest daughter, Sierra, 30 questions about how well she knows me. She actually did pretty good, but I thought we will go ahead and read the questions and I will answer them, and then she can watch this and determine how well she did. She actually did pretty good, but there's some stuff she doesn't know about her mother that we will talk about. First off, I wanted to just kind of give you a brief summary of why we celebrate Mother's Day or how Mother's Day came to be. So the modern holiday of Mother's Day was first celebrated in 1908 when Anna Jarvis held a memorial for her mother at St. Andrew's Methodist Church in Grafton, West Virginia. St. Andrew's Methodist Church now holds the International Mother's Day Shrine. Her campaign to make Mother's Day a recognized holiday in the United States began in 1905, the year her mother, Anne Reeves Jarvis, died. Anne Jarvis had been a peace activist who cared for wounded soldiers on both sides of the American Civil War and created Mother's Day work clubs to address public health issues. Anna Jarvis wanted to honor her mother by continuing the work she started and to set aside a day to honor all mothers because she believed a mother is the person who has done more for you than anyone in the world. In 1908, the U.S. Congress rejected a proposal to make Mother's Day an official holiday, joking that they would also have to proclaim a mother-in-law's day. However, owing to the efforts of Anna Jarvis, by 1911, all U.S. states observed the holiday, with some of them officially recognized Mother's Day as a local holiday. The first being in West Virginia, Jarvis's home state, in 1910. In 1914, Woodrow Wilson signed a proclamation designating Mother's Day, held on the second Sunday in May, as a national holiday to honor mothers. Although Jarvis was successful in founding Mother's Day, she became resentful of the commercialization of the holiday. By the early 1920s, Hallmark cards and other companies had started selling Mother's Day cards. Jarvis believed that the companies had misinterpreted and exploited the idea of Mother's Day, and that the emphasis of the holiday was on sentiment, not profit. As a result, she organized boycotts of Mother's Day and threatened to issue lawsuits against the companies involved. Jarvis argued that people should appreciate and honor their mothers through handwritten letters expressing their love and gratitude instead of buying gifts and pre-made cards. Jarvis protested at a candy makers convention in Philadelphia in 1923 and at a meeting of American War Mothers in 1925. By this time, carnations had become associated with Mother's Day, and the selling of carnations by the American War Mothers to raise money angered Jarvis, who was arrested for disturbing the peace. So there you have it. That's how Mother's Day came to be. And like most holidays, everything is commercialized now, so it's very rare to ever see a holiday become more personal and more homemade, but that's just our society now, and there's so many different opinions on it and views. We're not going to get involved in that tonight. We're going to actually have fun and do some diamond painting. I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. I thought it was pretty interesting. All right, so the diamond painting I'm working on is a Mandy Manzano by Diamond Art Club. It's the Blue Fairy. So that is what I'm working on right now. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the questions I asked my daughter, like I said, there was 30 questions total. All right, so the first question I asked her was, how old am I? She got it right. I am 45 years old. The second question, how old was I when I got married to your dad? She put 24. I was actually 20 when I married her dad. How old was I when you were born? She put 26. I was actually 25 when she was born. She was born in 1999. Number 4, how old was I when I got my ears pierced? Her response was, how am I supposed to know this, Mother? And then she put 15 in question marks. I was actually 10 years old when I got my ears pierced for the first time. I remember I was in the 4th grade and my dad took me to get them done, and I was so excited. And it hurt like a mother. And that's when they did the gun, which of course they still do the gun, but I've since learned that going to an actual ear piercer is the better way to go. I think that's probably why I have a hard time wearing regular earrings in my first holes, because if I do, my ears just burn and itch really bad. I have to wear special earrings. So half the time I don't even wear earrings because I don't have money to go out and buy expensive earrings to wear. And if I wear the ones at Claire's, I can wear them for maybe an hour before they start bothering me. So yeah, I recommend not doing the gun if you can help it. Question number 5. What is my biggest pet peeve? She put, when my boyfriend moves my stuff. Yes, that is my biggest pet peeve. I hate it when he moves my stuff around. I hate it when he gets involved in things that I'm doing, when it has nothing to do with him. It's not in his way. It's not affecting him, but he has to get involved. For instance, the other night, Eli and I were diamond painting. I was working on the fairy and he was working on his football. And he had stepped away for a moment, but he had my light pad out and he had all his things. Well, Darren, who is my boyfriend, comes over to the corner of the table, which was nowhere near where he needed to be, and he started moving stuff around. Why is this light table out here? How many light tables do you have? Why is this sitting here? And I said, well, that one belongs in my office. Well, why isn't it in your office? I'm like, oh, good hell. I said, because Eli is diamond painting. He's using the light pad out of my office because I'm using my light pad for my blue fairy. And so he starts putting it back in the room. Like I asked him to put it away when I didn't. He just took it upon himself to go put it away. I was so livid. It's like, dude, leave my crap alone. Just back away or I'm going to cut your fingers off. That is my biggest pet peeve. I just do not like people touching my stuff. Let me do it. If it's annoying you, say something, but do not touch my stuff. There's a method to my madness. So good job, Sierra. You got that one right. Question number 6. What is my maiden name? My maiden name is Nacarado. That is the name I go by. After I got divorced, I kept my maiden name, and if I get married again, I will still keep my maiden name. It's too much work for a woman to have to change her name. It's awful. I hate it. Never again. All right. Question number 7. Where did I go to high school? She put Cottonwood High School. That is correct. I went to Cottonwood High School and graduated in 1992. Question number 8, where was I born? She put Salt Lake City, Utah. That is correct. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah. I should have asked her what hospital. That would have thrown her off. Question number 9, what was my favorite subject in school? She put English. That is correct. English was my favorite subject in school. Even though my stepdad would give me crap because I wouldn't talk proper English. And so he'd said, you know, for somebody that's really good at English, you don't talk very good. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't care how I talk. You know what? I like the writing aspect of English. I loved writing stories and that kind of stuff. I don't care about my grammar. Except when I'm on the phone. Then I try to be very proper. But when I'm just messing around and not being serious, yeah, sometimes you can hear the slang, my Utah slang come out. So that's kind of fun. But yes, English was my favorite subject. When I was a senior. When I was a senior in high school, we had to write a 50-page novel. I thought that was so fun, except stupid me waited till the last minute to work on it, so I was up for a full 24 hours trying to finish that novel to get it turned in. I got a B+ on it, so I was pretty excited about that. What was my worst subject? She put math. Heck yeah, I hate math. I hate it more than anything. And the fact that I can't even help my son with his math homework is so sad, because they do math so much differently now than when we were kids. They do division differently. They do multiplication differently. It's so hard to help him. I think I'm going to have to get him a tutor, because I just don't get it. I just don't understand the way they do it. And how am I supposed to help him if I don't even understand it? So yes, she is correct. Math. I hated math. What is my favorite food? Question number 10. She put anything Italian. That's a good guess considering I am Italian, but actually Mexican food is my favorite. I love chips and salsa, queso, guacamole, and most importantly, I love cheese enchiladas. I could have a cheese enchilada every day if I could. In fact, when I was pregnant with Sierra, that's what I craved, was cheese enchiladas. So the answer to that one is Mexican food. Question number 11. What is my favorite color? She put in big, bold letters, red, red, red. She is correct. Red is my favorite color. It always has been. It's never changed. However, I am a crafter, so I love all colors. But if I were to have to pick a color, you know, between blue, green, and red, if somebody was giving me something, chances are I would go toward the red. Another second would be pink because it's close to red. All right, question number 12. What is my favorite movie? She put, perhaps Burlesque. Yes, Burlesque is one of my all-time favorite movies. That is a movie that I could watch over and over and over. It is such a good movie. Another movie that I really like, that's an oldie, but a goodie, is The Officer and a Gentleman. I have watched that ever since I was a little kid. I watched it with my mom, and I fell in love with Richard Gere, and I thought that was the best movie, and that is one that I can almost recite word for word because I have seen it so many times. So yes, Officer and a Gentleman would be my all-time favorite, and Burlesque would be my next favorite. However, there's also some really good movies out right now that I've really enjoyed. I have to say the best movie right now that's out is Avengers Endgame. What an amazing movie. Oh my gosh, I bawled my eyes out. So if you guys haven't seen it, make sure you bring tissues with you. Freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Another movie that I really enjoyed lately was A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Oh my gosh, that is almost up there next to Burlesque. It really is. Excellent movie. If you haven't seen that one, you have to. really, really good. Lady Gaga did an exceptional job. All right. Question number 13. Who is my celebrity crush? She put, everyone knows this one, and if they don't, they should not be your friend. The answer is Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki in the Marvel movies. Yes, Sierra, you're absolutely right. I am madly in love with Tom Hiddleston and the Loki character. As you all know, I have a big 60 by 80 poster of Loki hanging up in my room, the very first diamond painting I ever did besides a small diamond dots one. Yep, I dove in and did the biggest one I could for my first time, and I love it, absolutely love it. And of course, that was before Huracan had all their malfunctions and the popping drills, because I had no problems with popping drills on that canvas. So yes, Tom Hiddleston is definitely very yummy. Okay, enough about that. All right, question number 14. What did I want to be when I grew up? She said, how would I freaking know? I wasn't alive yet. Well, this is just to show you, Sierra, how well you know your mom by asking her these questions. So she put FBI agent or detective because you love murder porn. Now let me give you a background on murder porn. It's really not porn. But you know how when people have an obsession with food or an obsession with anything, they call it porn, like food porn. Yeah. Well, I love watching the ID channel, Investigational Discovery. I also like watching the Oxygen channel and Owned by Oprah Winfrey Network. I love watching documentaries about serial killers. Not that I'm psycho or I have any social issues. It's just fascinating to me. I really missed my calling. She nailed it. I should have been a CSI agent or an FBI agent or some type of detective because I love trying to figure things out and trying to solve mysteries. I always try to, when I watch these, I always try to figure out the murderer before they do. And sometimes I'm right on and sometimes I'm way off. So, yes. I missed my calling, but really when I was a child growing up, I really wanted to be a lawyer, which is still kind of in the same field as crime, but at the time, I think I wanted to be a divorce lawyer. I don't know why, because I've been divorced twice, so that should have been a sign right there, right? So yeah, I did not become any of those. I did not become a lawyer, and I did not become an FBI agent or CSI agent. I actually work for an airline, and I've been doing it for the last 10 years, and I absolutely love it. But I missed my calling, for sure. Question number 15. Where is my dream vacation? She put anywhere, maybe Paris or Bora Bora. Bora Bora? Where did she come up with that? That's craziness. Actually, the answer to that question is Italy. I would love to go to Rome. My family is from Italy. My dad's grandparents are full Italian. So therefore, my grandfather is full Italian and my dad is half Italian. And of course, by the time I got it, I'm a quarter Italian and my kids are an eighth of an Italian. But we look Italian. We have an Italian last name, Naccarato. And my family can cook some amazing spaghetti and meatballs. That is for sure. So the answer to that question is Italy. I love Mexican food, but I want to go to Italy. Go figure. Okay, question number 16. What is my favorite cuss word? She put shit or biatch. It's actually F-U, dolphin. Don't ask me where I got that because, I mean, I know where I got it, but I can't explain why I like it so much. There was an episode of South Park. Yes, I know, South Park. I love that show. And they were kind of following that story where the I don't know if it was I think it was the Japanese were killing whales for their blubber or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, so don't quote me. But anyway, so South Park did a skit off of that, and they were doing them dolphins. And one of the characters said, F you, whale or dolphin or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember where I came up with it, but I know it had to do with South Park. So anyway, it's F you, dolphin. I say that all the time. Or sometimes I'll even say F and F'er. I know, so random, right? F and F'er. I really don't like the F word, so I come around it in other ways when I can. So F you, dolphin, and F and F'er. Those are my favorite cuss words. All right, I'm just changing colors. One moment. All right, let's see. We're going to move to V like Victor, and it is 3371. That made no sense with my cuss word, but it makes sense to me, so just go with it, guys. Just go with it. I got it off an episode of South Park. F you, dolphin. Okay. Question number 17. What is my least favorite food? She put cilantro. You say it tastes like plastic baby dolls, which I don't know how you know what a plastic baby doll tastes like. Well, do you guys ever get that feeling, even though you don't know what a plastic baby doll tastes like, but you just get that sensation of what it would taste like? Almost like, this tastes like plant soil, not pot soil, plant soil. Like certain things remind me of plant soil when I eat them. For some reason, when I eat cilantro, it reminds me of a plastic baby doll. I can't explain it, but it just is. I do not like cilantro. I absolutely hate it. The other thing that I really hate is I'm not a fish person. I really don't like fish. I like fish sticks, and I have tried a little bit of sushi, and when I say sushi, I'm talking about the California rolls, and I also have had some tuna, and that was actually pretty good, but I'm not like a fish person at all. I have tried some salmon, just because, you know, I'm on this health kick right now, and I'm trying to eat different foods, and so we did try salmon. It was okay. I ate it, but it's not something that I'm craving and that I would want again, but I would do it just because it's different. But she is right. Cilantro is the #1 food that I absolutely hate. I cannot stand cilantro. It tastes like plastic baby dolls. All right. Let's see, question number 18. What is my astrological sign? She put Sagittarius because you're so friendly, everyone knows it. Aw, that's so nice of you. What do you want, Sierra? She is right. My astrological sign is Sagittarius. Question number 19. What was my first job? She put Arby's. Actually, Sierra, that is my 3rd job. My very first job was... Sorry, I'm kind of hiding that. I apologize. My very first job was actually at Blimpie's, which is a sandwich shop. My second job was at Albertsons grocery store. I was a bagger, and then I moved over to the bakery. Then I moved over to Arby's, and there I worked for 3 years before I got a real job, an adult job. So close, Sierra, but not quite right. All right. Question number 20. What is my favorite TV show? She put Game of Thrones, Once Upon a Time, The Vampire Diaries, and of course we can't forget the murder porn. She is right. Right now, Game of Thrones is one of my favorite all-time TV shows. I look forward to watching it every single week. I am so sad it's coming to an end. But yes, Game of Thrones is on the top of my list. Once Upon a Time, I really liked it at first, and I did get through the first 6 seasons of it. It started to repeat itself a lot, and season 7, I don't even know if I'm going to watch because it's like starting all over again, but with different characters. So I haven't decided if I want to watch it, but it was one of my favorites, and I binge watched it like crazy. Vampire Diaries was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I watched all their seasons, and I even cried at the end. It was amazing. They ended that so well. Loved it. And of course, I do love watching murder porn. I have it on pretty much 90% of the time. Right when I get off work, I turn on the TV and I put on murder porn. So yes, she is absolutely right. Another one that I really like is Vikings. Vikings is one I look forward to watching. Another one is The Orville. It's a spinoff of Star Trek, and it has Seth MacFarlane in it. It's funny. I love it. I also watch Deadliest Catch, Naked and Afraid, and Ink Master. Those are shows that I watch regularly. I'm sure there's other ones that I'm missing. 911 is a good one I watch. This Is Us. Love This Is Us. And then there's a couple series I've been watching on HBO. Big Little Lies. I really like that. Also, The Act on Hulu was really good. And I have watched the first season of American Horror Story, and I like it a lot too. So, yeah, there's a lot out there, but number one right now is definitely Game of Thrones. All right, question number 21. What is my favorite alcoholic drink? She put wine. She is correct. I love wine. I prefer a sweet wine, and I prefer it chilled over warm. So wine is the answer. Correct. Good job, Sierra. All right, question number 22. Do I prefer Coke or Pepsi? She put Diet Coke. She is correct. I prefer to drink Diet Coke over Pepsi. Lately, I've been actually enjoying some Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Mountain Dew, and most recently, thanks to Stitcherista, I'm in love with Diet Lemonade. Absolutely love Diet Lemonade. So, yeah, Diet Coke is the correct answer, but those are other beverages I like as well. All right, question number 23. How do I like my coffee? She put, I want to say survey says, but what she really put was black like your heart. That's not very nice. Then she put, just kidding, with creamer and no sugar because you are already sweet enough. She is correct. I like my coffee with just creamer. I don't put any sugar in it because the creamer is actually sweet enough to make my coffee taste really good. And that is the one luxury I let myself have on my weight loss journey, is to have real creamer in my coffee. I don't skip on that at all. I don't skimp at all. So yes, I love my coffee with French vanilla creamer. However, when I was in Texas visiting my daughter, I picked up Snickers. Oh my gosh, that was so good. But it was actually kind of too sweet, but it was really good. Okay, next question, number 24. How many siblings do I have? She put 2. I actually have 3 siblings. Technically, I have 4, but one passed away when he was only like 3 hours old, so she wouldn't know about him. But I do have an older brother, Brett. He passed away about 15 years ago. Yeah, he's been passed away about 15 years ago. He died of AIDS. He was only 35 years old. He got caught up with the wrong crowd, did some drugs. We don't know if he got it by sharing needles or by unprotected sex, but she was only 5 years old when he died. So Brett was my oldest brother. We had the same mom and dad. Then my mom got remarried and he had a son. So I have a stepbrother named Ryan. He is 10 years younger than me. Maybe not quite. Maybe only 5 years actually. Maybe about 5 years. So I have a stepbrother named Ryan. My kids really don't know Ryan. He's not really around much with them growing up. And so I do have a stepbrother named Ryan, and then I have a little brother. We're 15 years apart. My little brother Adam, and he's going to be 30 this year. So Sierra, I have 3 brothers. A real brother, same mom and dad. Stepbrother, no same mom or dad. And then a half brother, same mom, different dads. All right, next question. 25. What was the name of my first serious boyfriend? She put, your baby daddy. No, your dad was not my first serious boyfriend. My first serious boyfriend's name was Rocky. He was a year older than me, and I was smitten. He had a car, he drove, he had a job. Yeah, we dated for probably, I'd say, 2 years before I met your dad. Maybe not even that long, maybe more like a year and a half before I met your dad. So your dad would have been my second serious boyfriend. So the answer to that question was, his name was Rocky. Question number 26. What is my favorite candy? She put Reese's peanut butter cups. She is correct. I love anything with peanut butter. I could eat a whole jar of peanut butter if you let me. So yes, Reese's peanut butter cups is the bomb. Oh, peanut butter. I want some peanut butter right now. Also, another candy I really enjoy is I love Easter candy. Oh my gosh, Easter candy is the best. I love the Whopper eggs. I love the Cadbury eggs. I love the marshmallow chocolate eggs, not the Peeps. I'm not a big fan of the Peeps, but I like the marshmallow eggs that have the chocolate around the marshmallow. I really like that. Oh my gosh, Easter candy is the best. And I can't have any of it because of my weight loss journey. But between you and I did sneak a little teeny package of Whopper eggs. I just could not go Easter without having a little bit of Whopper eggs. So it was just a snack size, but yeah, I did have those. All right, next question. Question number 27. What is my biggest fear? She put house centipedes. No, Sierra, that is your biggest fear. Before I moved into my condo, we lived in an apartment and it was next to a canal, and these big, ugly house centipedes with the longest legs would get into our apartment, and man, they were creepy, and it never failed. Every time Sierra was at the apartment, she found one. Every single time. We would go a month without seeing one. She would come over and she'd see one. I think she purposely looked for them. So yes, the house centipede was her fear, not mine. My biggest fear, and this is going to sound really strange, but is throw up. My biggest fear is throw up. I do not like throw up. I hate when kids throw up. I hate when I throw up. I hate watching people on TV throw up. I hate the sound. The funny thing is, though, is I don't have a problem cleaning it up. I mean, it makes me gag, you know, and because it stinks to high heaven, but that doesn't give me the fear. The fear of the not knowing when it's going to happen, I don't like. Of course, with me, when I'm going to throw up, I know when I'm going to throw up. I go to the bathroom, I take care of it. But with my kids, when they were growing up, they didn't know when they were going to throw up. And next thing I know, they just bleh everywhere. And after my second baby was born, I had postpartum depression really, really bad. And my husband at the time had gotten really sick with the flu. And he is such a baby when he's sick. When he's throwing up, he lays in bed till the last possible minute, and then he runs to the bathroom in the meantime, spewing puke everywhere. And one night I was laying in bed with my daughter, and her bedroom wall was towards our master bathroom. And he got sick in the middle of the night, and I just heard this tornado go flying into the bathroom, door slamming, and just bleh, puke everywhere. And for some reason, it traumatized me so badly that I have a phobia of it now. I am scared to death of throw up. So everybody knows not to talk about throw up around mom. And if you're going to throw up, please make it to the bathroom, because that will give me less anxiety if I know you're going to make it to the bathroom. So yeah, I'm getting the hot sweats now just even thinking about it. So throw up is really hard. And how hard is that for a mom to have a throw up phobia when they have small kids? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I can admit now that the kids are getting older, it's getting a lot better. But, you know, if somebody is on Facebook and they start talking about it, oh, my kid threw up last night, I have to turn off Facebook. I just get anxiety so bad, even though it's not affecting me or my family. But the fact that somebody is having throw up issues affects me, like I was there. And so I get so mad at people when they talk about it on Facebook. It's like, you know what? We don't care that your kid threw up. Just take care of it and move on. But no, everybody has to share all their ailments on Facebook. So yeah, throw up is my biggest fear. I'm scared to death of it. All right. A dog can throw up, a cat can throw up, and I'm perfectly fine. If a human throws up, forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, next question, number 28. We're almost there. What is my favorite flower? Survey says she put a rose question mark. And she said, I don't know this one, but your boyfriend better get it. Well, I can tell you that my favorite flower is actually a daffodil. However, a rose is very, very close second, because my older brother, before he got sick, he was a trouble child. He ended up in jail a lot. He would write me letters from jail, and on every single envelope that he sent me, he would draw a rose. And it was the most beautiful rose that I could ever imagine that he would draw for me on the envelopes of these jail-written letters. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. In fact, when he passed away, I had a rose that he drew tattooed on my back. So yeah, so a rose is definitely a big, huge second. But the daffodil, I think, are so beautiful. I absolutely love the daffodils. And the fact that you can only enjoy them one time a year makes them that much more special to me. Absolutely love the daffodils. Now, my stepbrother sadly followed in my older brother's footsteps. Not that he got AIDS, but he got into trouble and he ended up in jail as well. And he would draw, when he would write to me, he would also draw roses on the envelopes. And I just love it. Absolutely loved getting letters from them because they always had decorated up the envelopes so nice. So yes, daffodil and then definitely a rose. All right, question number 29. What is my favorite song? She put Umbrella by Rihanna because you sang it all the time when we were little. I did love that song until Tom Holland on Lip Sync Battle sang it. Then I was mortified. Just kidding. I think he did an absolutely wonderful job doing that. I don't know if you guys ever watched Lip Sync Battle or if you've seen it, but Tom Holland did it to Rihanna and it was funny. For those that don't know who Tom Holland is, he's the new Superman. The young kid, the British young kid, yeah. He is so awesome on Lip Sync Battle singing Rihanna. Actually, I have a couple favorite songs. One of them is from the movie Twilight. It's actually from the last episode, Breaking Dawn, when they got married. The song by Christina Perri, a thousand more, or a thousand time, or something like that, something thousand. I really love that song. I love this song called Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. No, I don't sing, but Say Something. I love that. And the version that I like is done by a group that was on the X Factor when they used to have the US version of it, and Simon Cowell signed them on. Their name was Alex and Sierra, and they sang that cover so good, and I just fell in love with that song. Say Something. I can't remember who the original artist is. I know I'm terrible. I love the song, but don't tell me who sings it. I just know who sang the cover. Another song I'm really, really in love with right now is the one from A Star Is Born, Shallows, that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper sang. Oh my God. Every time I hear them sing that together, I just get chills. Chills. I love it so much. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Question number 30. What is my favorite dessert? She nailed this right on the head. Chocolate cake. I absolutely love chocolate cake. I could eat chocolate cake for every meal. I seriously could. I seriously could. My ultimate favorite chocolate cake, however, is German chocolate cake. And when I was growing up, every time on my birthday, my mom would always get me a German chocolate cake. But yes, chocolate cake. Oh my gosh. Chocolate cake with a big glass of ice cold milk. Ugh. But again, I'm on my weight loss journey, so no chocolate cake for me. However, on my birthday, there may be a small German chocolate cake in my future, because why break the, what's the word I'm thinking of? Why break the, it's right on the tip of my tongue. What's the word? You guys are probably screaming at me. Tradition. Tradition. Why break the tradition now? I need to have just a small piece of German chocolate cake on my birthday. Nothing wrong with that, right? Right. Another dessert I liked growing up was strawberry shortcake. My mom would buy those little round shortcakes and cut up strawberries and whipped topping. God, that was so good too. I like that too, but no, I would pick chocolate cake over anything. All right. Okay, so I did ask her a bonus question. I said, who is my favorite kid and why? She put, me, Sierra, because you said yourself that I was the best baby you had. She's right. Out of my 3 kids, she was the best baby. She was so happy and so content. She could entertain herself for hours. She was such a good baby. And then her sister came along. And she is a Sour Patch. She is almost 17 and she's still a Sour Patch. Absolutely love her. She makes me laugh every single day. But man, she is definitely a Sour Patch. And then, of course, there's my baby boy, Eli. He's the sweetest little boy ever. He would do anything for his mom. And I just love having a little boy. So I've got my 3 musketeers. Sierra being my oldest. She's almost 20. She'll be 20 in July. Cheyenne, who is going to be 17 in October, and then Elijah, who will be 12 in June. Those are my babies. Sierra and Cheyenne have the same dad. Eli has a different dad. And I am no longer married to either of their fathers. I am divorced, but I do have a significant other. I've been with him for 8 years now, so it's like we're married. We might as well be married. We just haven't made it official. And there's no rush in it. It's just paperwork, right? I'm not going to change my name. The only thing that would be nice about getting married is it will save us $400 a month on insurance. But is that a reason to get married? Is to save money on insurance? I don't know. Depends on who you ask. So yes, both of my parents right now are still alive. My mom is, how old is my mom? She is, I think, 67. She was born in 1951. God, I can't even remember my own age. How am I supposed to remember the age of my mom? She was born in 51, so I think she's going to be, oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to bump the camera. I think she is going to be, oh, shoot, I really bumped it, didn't I? I think she's going to be 68 this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to be 68. She's 67 right now. My dad just turned 69. My dad is easier to remember because he was born in 1950, so that's really easy to figure out. My mom was born in 51, a year older than him, so obviously she's going to be 68. So there, that makes it easy. My mom is married to my stepdad, Mark, and they live in a house about 30 minutes from here. Well, if there's traffic, about 30 minutes. Otherwise, about 15. My dad's wife has passed away. She passed away 2 years ago. So he's a bachelor, but he's awesome. He's got a little dog named Booker that keeps him entertained. And he also lives about 20 minutes away from here. So yeah, now that my brother's passed away, I'm my dad's only living child. So everything falls on me. My dad and I have a great relationship. It's not a big deal. My mom, of course, has me and my little brother now since my other brother passed away, and Ryan's not really in the picture much anymore. I mean, he's here. He texts me and messages me. Like today, he sent me a Mother's Day message on Facebook, you know, that kind of thing. But it's not like we're super close like we used to be. We just grow apart. We get our own lives, our own families, things like that. So I love being a mother. It's the greatest joy of my life. They all have their certain personalities. Sierra is my princess. She loves to craft with me. She's a sweetheart. She's very sensitive. She's very much like me. Very much like me. Cheyenne is more like her dad. She's a Sour Patch. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's got the most beautiful eyes. Her eyes are big and blue, and she's got the longest eyelashes. I would kill for her eyelashes. And she knows she's got them, but she's like, oh, why does everybody like my eyes? Well, you know you got beautiful eyes, girl. You know it. So, but she is just a little spitfire, and I love her to death. She makes me laugh every single day. The older she gets, the better relationship we're getting. There for a while, she was a daddy's girl. But now that she's getting older, we're starting to get a better relationship more now that she's, you know, digging her mom a little bit more. And so, yeah. Love my children. Absolutely love them. Eli is a little bit of me and his dad. He's sensitive like I am. He's feisty like I am. He's got that Italian gene in him. And Italians are known to be ornery, and we are ornery. We have like very little patience. It's funny too, when I'm on the phone talking to my customers, they're always like, you have so much patience. And I'm thinking to myself, if you only knew. I'm getting paid to be patient with you. With my kids, not so much. But he, like I said, he's the sweetest little boy. And I'm very blessed. Very, very blessed. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the tag that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed my first whip and chat. I know I kind of was all over the place, but you know what? It's all impromptu. There's no script to follow, no guidelines. It's just me in all its glory. I'm very honest. I'm very forthcoming. I speak my mind. I talk fast, so sometimes I slur my words. It's not that I'm drinking or on anything. I've always spoke fast. Always. I don't know why I speak fast, but I do. But anyway, didn't get a whole lot done, but I did get some accomplished. I really enjoyed going over these questions that my daughter answered. She did a really good job. For the most part, she did really good. Now, you guys know a little bit about me, and now she knows a little bit more about her mom. So you guys have a great, wonderful Mother's Day. If you're not a mother, but you have four-legged friends, then happy Mother's Day to you too, because we wouldn't be the people we are without our four-legged friends. If you're not a four-legged friend lover, just be grateful that you're a woman and you're part of this wonderful holiday. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next WIP and Chat. Have a great day, everybody.